So explain to me again what all the parts are on this plane.
The sole of the plane.
Okay,
This is a trying plane, meaning you can plane long length straight. So that's the sole of the plane. Then you've got the heel of the plane, the toe of the plane, and obviously the knob. Here is the lever cap. The lever cap lifts up. You pull that lever up, and then that allows you to lift this out of that keyway here.
Yep.
So you don't move that screw, leave that screw alone. Then you can lift off the blade with the cap iron. That's the cap iron. If you take hold of your lever cap, you can put that in there as a screwdriver and loosen that screw that's holding your cap iron on, and then you can slide the cap iron forward, and when it reaches the hole there, then the cap iron will come off. Then you can sharpen the plane. Now, if you put this, if this was your stone here, if this was your stone, you'd bring this up until you can feel the flatness of that grinding angle. Then bring it up about 10 degrees more, and then go up and down your stone like that, and do that, wiping it clean. Have something to wash off the, either water, spit, or oil, fine oil. And that, when you do this, you'll get to a point where there's a burr on the back of there. When you've got a burr there, turn it over and rub it on there to get the burr to start getting thinner and thinner by going like this and like that. The burr will get so thin that it will eventually drop off, and be careful with your hand, but you can just really finish it off by rubbing it on your hand like that, which is equivalent to the barber using a leather strop to sharpen his thing.
Okay.
So then that becomes nice and sharp. Now, going beyond that, actually I'll put this cap iron back on, because the cap iron goes on the face of the blade. The face of the blade is where the opposite side to the bevel. So we'll put this on, slide it up so it will go over there, then slide it back. And you need to have the cap iron, if you consider the size of that surface of the bevel, about half of that, that distance away from the point of the blade.
So the cap iron is sitting in essentially in the centre of the bevel.
About that,
supporting the centre of the bevel.
Yeah. Then you can, if you tighten that up with your lever cap, lever cap's tight. Now this is called the frog, and so if you feel that the frog, if you look down there, that's the mouth, and the frog is sitting exactly in line with that back edge of the mouth. See that? There's a slight angle. There's a slight angle on that, on the body of the plane.
Yep.
Then it should be in line with that.
So wait, so this is the plane, and there's the frog, and the frog is sitting against.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I could undo that screw there and that screw there and lift the frog right off.
Right.
If I lift the frog off, then
you probably don't need to get to it.
I won't. No.
Show me.
But if I lifted the frog off, this fork, which is the lateral adjusting screw, would come out, and that screw then, see that?
Yeah,
that's
that would
the
enable
screw there.
you to, yeah. Okay.
So that'll drop into there, and you can put that where you need to have it. Now this one here though is, this is the screw to screw it in. This is called the lateral adjusting screw, which when you put this together, it goes
you to plane an angle
inside there. No, yes, it enables you. When that drops into place, see when that finger there, which is to do with this, that moves the blade in and out, when you get that on that, and you can feel it sitting on it, that's, see that moving? And that's causing one side to stick out more than the other. Right. Or by looking down the sole of the plane, by looking down the sole of the plane, I can see there, if you look down there, it's sticking out too much, isn't it, on one side?
Yep.
Okay, so I can when I've got this all put together, I can use this to adjust it so that it's
perfectly
even all the
flat.
way across.
Yeah.
So now,
Sometimes is it possible that you might use it to plane a side angle if you want it to plane?
you might,
You don't.
yeah, not
It's
really.
more just for fine adjustment.
It's just for fine adjustment.
Okay,
Yeah, that's right. And so I'll take that off, and now
We're
you
going
can
to
screw that.
screw on our little thing here. Okay, I don't know if we can still
Give
get
it
it
a
in.
little. Yeah, you should be able to move that out the way.
Alright. Should have just got my little one, I think. Well, I think it's probably
enough now.
Yeah, alright. I'll bring
So
back
now
my
we're going
study.
to assemble it. You
Okay,
ready?
yeah, I'm still watching, yeah.
So take this back and make sure that it drops in. When it feels like that, that means that this slot here under there is dropped onto the lateral adjusting lever,
Yeah.
and it's in place. Then take your cap iron,
Tap on.
push that over there, because we never adjusted that screw. You don't adjust it unless you really, something happens that you need to. If this is too tight to push down, lightly, just a little bit back, and that'll allow that to go down.
But you want it to be super tight.
Tight, pretty tight, yeah. If
So
it's
now
not too
you can
tight,
do
now if you look down there, the blade at the moment is sticking out.
yeah, pretty little too much.
So now,
So,
now I can wind this back till you've got what I usually call, what you would consider as the thickness of an elephant's hair.
okay, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you can see that if it's lower here or there, you'll adjust it so that it may even be that the blade has been sharpened to a point where it's a little bit lower on both sides, so you will make it so that it's even curve all the way across. And then when you've got that right, you should be able to put it onto a piece of wood, and with a long edge, you can put thumb on top, fingers under the bottom, bring it out a little bit more. Of course, there's a lot of play in that. Wind it till the plate takes up. When the plane whistles like that,
Yeah.
it's a sharp plane.
All right. Cool. Plane is sharp. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it.
I didn't actually sharpen it, but
No, but you know, well, yeah, we get the message.